Hi guys, this is how to create the Glass Morphism effect in Photoshop. If you're new here, kindly subscribe, like this video and share to someone who might need to see the video. Now we'll be creating the Glass Morphism effect from scratch. The first thing you have to do is to draw a rectangle. So you go to your pick tool, draw a rectangle and then add a color. Curve the edges. Make sure your edges are curved to whatever um, size you are comfortable with. Make sure the edges are curved. And then after you've curved your edges, the next thing you want to do is that you want to make it balanced. You want to make it balanced. Don't forget that to adjust it to any choice you feel comfortable with. Any choice you feel comfortable with. And then the next thing we'll be doing is to curve the edges, to cut out some parts. So I picked my pen tool and I'm going to be adding points, two different points with the pen tool. The pen tool, not the regular pen tool, the pen tool that has a plus. So afterwards, I'm going to, adjust the sides. I'm going to adjust it. So after adjusting, make sure you adjust to the sides you are comfortable with. Now remember, it doesn't have to be accurate. It doesn't have to. This is going to be your first try. It doesn't have to be accurate at first. It doesn't have to be accurate. So afterwards, you go back to my pick tool. I just want to do a little adjustment on this part. Okay, I think I'm perfect. I'm comfortable with this. Afterwards, go back to my pick tool. I'm duplicating the bottom layer. After duplicating, I'm going to power clip and then go to filter, go to blur, Gaussian blur. Now, this is going to add some blur effect to the um the shape that you created. So I think I'm going to be using 8.6. Yes, 8.6. So with power clipped, the next thing we're going to do is to go to filter gallery. Now we are going to be using you can zoom out to get a clearer view from the plus and the minus button here. We're going to be using distort, this distort here, and then glass. Click on glass. Then make sure your setting is at 2:2, and then your texture should be at pattern, and then your scale should be 75, and then click on OK. So that's that for adding texture to it. Now the next step is to go to filter. We're going to add noise to the background noise. So click on noise, make sure it's at 1, ratio 1, make sure your ratio is at 1, and then click on OK. Then we've gotten that. The next thing we're going to be doing is to add the glass effect. So click on your layer, the shape layer, go to blending option, and then from blending option you click on bevel and emboss. Now take the first part to inner bevel and smooth, make it smooth. Your ratio should be ratio 1, ratio 5. Just follow the settings that you're seeing on the screen. Make sure you follow the settings that you're seeing on the screen. Then your blending capacity, opacity should be 100. Then click on contour. Make it the third one, which is yes, 1, 2, 3. That third one. Click on it and yes. Then change your opacity to 60. You can play around it, but for me, I prefer using 65. Just play around to something that gives you the sharpness that you want. And then click on OK when you've gotten something you're comfortable with. For me, I think 65 is what I worked with here, but you can work with something different. Let's see. Okay, I worked with 45 there rather. So let's go forward. Now we've gotten our glass effect. What we're going to do is to create a new layer. Go to our brush tool. You either right click if you are using Mac. You just come to this top here and then increase the size. Increase it to I'm using 500 and then my hardness is 0. The first soft brush tool and press enter. Then you click on the area where you want to carry the light effect. So after that, you draw, you just paint, just keep clicking, and then go to your pick tool, right click on the layer, click on power clip, go to filter, go to Gaussian blur. Then you adjust the blur to the amount of softness you want. Doesn't have to be exactly the same thing, but for me, I will be using 98, and I'm comfortable with using 98. So the next thing you want to do is click on noise and add noise. For the noise, I'll be using ratio 3. Then click on OK, and then we've gotten our glass morphism effect. So just adjust to whatever um position you feel comfortable with. And now it's time for us to add our text. You click on your text tool, you type in whatever you want. It doesn't have to be what is here. You type, and then duplicate, duplicate, change colors, change colors first, and then you hold control, then you drag, or sorry, alternate, then you drag, or just duplicate, whatever way you know how to type your text. So for me, I'll be working with this. Now you can just note, if you notice, I had to readjust the lights that is on the shape. Now the next step you have to do is duplicate, just add your text, add your text. Um we are literally done with everything. So this is how to get your glass morphism effect in Photoshop. So I'm just adding text, I'm adding text. You could just keep watching, but we're done with the tutorial. And what effects would you want to learn more? What effects? Just send me, drop it in the comment section. What kind of effects do you want to learn in Photoshop? And also, I have a Photoshop course for beginners. If you don't know how to use Photoshop and you want to learn how to use Photoshop, I have a course, a paid course for Photoshop beginners. This course is going to guide you on how to use every tool in Photoshop and how to optimize too. If you're a beginner, if you are and this course is for you, click on the link in my bio to register, and I'll see you in the next video.